to the No Invite Podcast. Yeah.
Season 4. The process.
All right, we're back. Actually, we're like us are back. It's been a while since you've been on the podcast. It feels like, and everyone else as well. I feel like it's just been me out doing what the fuck I do. But we got Hot Momma in the building.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything's great, man. Before we do anything, y'all already know this is episode 128. Before we do anything else, we got to make sure that we rep that sponsor because this show is officially sponsored. And you know we gonna do what we do when we get that. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we do it right. So this show is officially sponsored by Electric Life, the first personal electric vehicle located in the 209 area. They sell and service the various PEVs, including scooters, e-bikes, e-boards, EUCs. They have financing options available. No credit needed for the approval. And they're located in Stockton at 343 East Main Street, Suite 404. Make sure that y'all holler at them if you want to get around. You feel me? And you don't feel like walking, but you got a DUI or two and you can't really drive or something. You know what I mean? Holler at them, though, on some serious shit. Make sure that you guys give them a call. Electric Life. You can find them at electriclife.com, or you could go to Instagram at electriclife2022. Make sure that you guys stop by there, check out their inventory, check out what they got going on. They're definitely out here making sure that you save the environment first and foremost, and that you save your pocketbook by not paying for all them tickets because your drunk ass wanted to go to happy hour and drive back. You thought you had bars, didn't you? Look, that's a whole nother story, though. We're gonna keep it moving. This the No Invite, and it's been a while, so I bring me up to par and up to speed with what you've been up to. What kind of crimes have you been solving now? What kind of mysteries with the rest of the bunch in the mystery machine have y'all been?
It's really nothing that fun. You're crazy.
Well, in my mind, it seems fun because you know what I mean. Shit, all the best shit happens when I'm not there. So you know, my mind.
Just moving and grooving like normal. You know, like hiking and things like that. And I think I went to like a couple shows or something since I last seen you. But the usual, just. You know, my usual badass self.
That's right. Being a podcaster on the run.
Yeah, being a podcaster. I've been doing my own podcast now too. There for like I think we're like 12 episodes deep or something now. So
nice.
No, it feels good. It feels nice, and it's great. It's great having this new avenue to pour into.
What's dope? Just creating something in it's dope to create something and then just watch it like take off and start. I'm not going to say take on a life of its own, but kind of in a way, yeah, because it's a thing now, right?
It's a thing.
You plan for it. It's a reason for you to get together with friends and stuff.
Even have a coffee mug too, so it's like super official.
Yeah, you're super official. How many times have you flexed that on the episode? Yeah. But you know what though? That goes back to what I was just telling you. It's like, yo, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of shameless branding, especially your own shit. That's what I ain't been doing as much on the show, even though the No Invite is my brand. But you know what I mean? I have other brands that I could probably be cross promoting and stuff, but I don't. But I see you got the tie-dye on, so you definitely within the brand. That's right.
Just trying to do something. I was like, I don't know.
Hey, you doing so.
Because I was totally wearing a different one earlier, and it was like a little bit dirty from the day because I'm a mom, and that's just what the fuck happens. And then I was like, oh, I could leave it on. Like nobody will probably notice. And I was like, or I could put a shirt on that will rep my brand. So, and it will be a clean shirt too. So
yeah, and it won't be as funky as the other one. So
this one's still hella groovy. Are you kidding me?
I could dig it. No, I wasn't talking about that kind of funky.
Well, we don't know any other type of funky over here, so I don't know.
Whenever I say funky, for some reason I start coughing. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means, but
that's on your end, homie.
It's my upper lip, huh? Okay, yeah, that's that 2023 way of saying the shit, upper lip. Okay, we're here. That's good. I'm glad that you had a great weekend and a great past 2 weeks down there, because I think that's how long it's been since we got you back in the building. But of course, there is no one here like Britt or Patty to stop me from my bullshit today. So unfortunately, either you hit the brakes or we're crashing this motherfucker off the fucking cliff. It's whatever. I don't really give a fuck at this point.
I'm a big fan of like seeing where the wind takes you. Let's see.
Exactly. Live in the moment. You know what I mean? Hey, just let go of the steering wheel. Fuck it. Right. I mean, Jesus takes the wheel
all the way down and see what happens.
Let Jesus take the wheel on this one then. All right. So my weekend has been great. My past week or so, it's been pretty cool. Did a couple pop-ups actually, but I did one in Pittsburgh, which was dope because it's dope to be able to do it in your hometown, do stuff and be at events where it's positive vibes, a lot of cool people, a lot of interesting conversations and stuff like that. So that's basically been my thing. I've been really
Can I be honest with you real fast?
Yeah, talk to me.
I seen you at the pop-up, but I didn't stop because it was it was awkward parking. I didn't know what to do. And then like my social anxiety took over and I thought of Britt and I was like, Britt, like I need your help in navigating through this because also my feet, I had fallen in the water and so my feet were really wet too. And so there was just a couple little factors going. And then when I couldn't find parking, I was like, this just wasn't meant to be, Esther. Just keep driving. Just it was intense.
Damn, sounds like a whole ordeal.
I'm putting it on to a little bit, but it definitely was kind of. Can you explain to me what the parking was like? What'd you guys do?
Well, just parked on the side streets because it was on a main street. So like the side streets by what's it called? You could have parked at the Maron right there too. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody would have sweated you there. It's a little bit down farther, but I mean,
I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know.
You know what? I'm tell you like this. I appreciate you telling me first of all because you didn't have to tell me you were being a creep and just drove by and didn't say nothing. But also, I don't want you to be like in a feel uncomfortable or nothing like that. So if that's what made you feel better, if you know what I mean, then shit, handle your business.
I should have contacted you and been like, hey, what's the parking like? That would have been the appropriate thing to do.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't think of that. Like you don't think that when you go do these things. Like I wouldn't think that. I'd pull up and then be like, oh fuck, there's no parking. Then I'll hit you and be like, yo, is there any parking around this joint? And then you would tell me, and you know what I mean. But I mean, that's not even. I mean, it ain't no thing. Like you shouldn't have to feel like. First of all, you shouldn't have to explain it because it's kind of creeping me out now. Two, you shouldn't think about that. You shouldn't. When keeping it real goes wrong, you're creeping me out now. But no, I mean, it ain't no thing. I appreciate it. It was either way. You know what I mean. Whether you were there or not. You know, you were there in spirit. We know that you would have been there. And that's all that matters. Yeah, because a lot of people came and it was cool. It was cool. I dug it, you know. Most importantly, it's just the networking factor. You know what I mean? Got to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Talked about some shit. I seen this dude called Space Rock that is just crazy talented. He's not a rapper. He is a rapper, I guess you could say, but he's also, I would say, like a rapper / rock / like punk infusion with like Zapp and Roger. There's no way to describe his style. His shit just sounds like something brand new I never heard. And I've ran across a couple people like that in my lifetime. So it was pretty dope to chop it up with him and just talk about some possibilities. Cause you know me, baby, I'm always moving and shaking, you know what I'm saying? I gotta live, you know, I gotta do what I do. So you never know. Shout out to Space Rock. He doing this shit though. Hopefully we'll be able to collab on something and just because I like doing different shit. Like I don't have no problem when it comes creatively to my music to jump outside the box and try different genres. You know, like you just wait until you see some new shit that's coming. I'm about to blow y'all away. Y'all finna be like, what the fuck? But you know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's just it was a cool event, and it's dope to see people, to discover shit. Like just like you, I'm sure if you've seen somebody that's an artist or something that does something that you probably like, or makes something that you probably never thought of, you're like, what the fuck? And you're just like, yo, it's dope because it's just like, you know what I mean? You start to realize that like, yo, there's more talent. There's so many talented people out here and that need more spotlight. So you never know, he might be on the podcast, so we might chop it up with him because I'm gonna need him to actually describe his style of music, what he would consider himself, if at all. You know, some people don't want to be labeled pop. Some people don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't want to be put a label on. He's local then?
I believe he's local, but I don't know. You know, I gotta find out. You know, you know,
it's endless too. So I mean, even if he isn't local, it's not like that's out of pocket.
and he's not maybe local like out this 925, but he's Bay Area for sure. So you know what I mean. So that's not even a thing. Like my thing is like when I run across people in that sense, I always think of two things. One, how can I do something creatively with them? How can I network with them? Obviously, do that with everyone. And two, how can I help this person get some more spotlight? Because, you know, I'm not a hater. So if I see somebody that's dope, I'll be like, yo, he dope. You know, you should highlight this person because this person does this, this, and this, and vice versa. I like to put people in contact.
Yeah.
And if, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I did. Kind of what I, you know what I mean? So it was pretty cool. Anyways, keep it.
That'd be dope.
Soon, hopefully soon. You never know. You might hear me and him on something or whatever. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to see. You feel me? So
that's really cool. I think now that you're like describing him, I'm pretty sure that I remember seeing him on your story, and he had like a whole fucking get down. Like it wasn't. Person. It was
Put it this way, he was on his shit. Like the combination of music was like hip hop, funk. I would guess you could say electro funk, and just like other shit. Like I said, it was so much different. It was so different, bro. I was just like, yeah, this shit's crazy. Next time I see you, I'll probably send some to you. I'll put in the group chat. I'll say I got more video. I just posted like a clip, you know what I mean? But I got way more video of him doing this shit. So it's dope. Like I said, it's dope meeting dope people, you know what I mean? And networking and figuring out how we could, you know, both win, you know? So
sometimes too, what I like how you mentioned is that like it opens up more possibilities. Like you think that like, oh, this is what it is. Or, you know, you think that you've kind of reached a plateau, and then you meet somebody new who kind of brings new ideas into your life or new ideas into your mind. And then it kind of is like, oh, wow, like, let me try this now, or let me incorporate that. And I think that's really dope that you're able to see that guy there.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't so much that for me when I seen it, I was just like, you know, like I appreciate creativity. I appreciate originality. That's kind of the era that we came from, you know, and it was, you know, we come from the era, like when I started doing music and stuff, it was like, it was cool to be, that was it. You had to be original. You had to be yourself. You know, you could have a sound, you know, a lot of people have like a certain sound they do, but you had to definitely be your own self, your own person. So, I just look at it like, yo, I don't know, like a non-hater type thing. Like, yo, like that motherfucker dope. I don't know if I could do what he could do, first of all. So, you know what I mean? Cause he just does different shit. I mean, I'm not doubting myself, but he's just, like I said, when you see somebody that's like totally in their own lane, completely like by themselves almost, you know, you're just like, yo, that shit's dope. That's just, you know, when you see that, you're like, that person's going to be, you know, it's going to be great. So, you know, when that happens, you know, I like to acknowledge that shit. And, you know, like I said, how can I help this person along the way? How can I help them? If I could help them in any way, because that's their journey, you know. Our journey might not be the same journey, but, you know, when you do good, yeah, when you do good and you pass that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, it's like, I'm not the type of motherfucker people be like, oh, where you go do this, where you go do that. And I don't know, you know, I go here, you know, I don't withhold information from people when it comes to helping each other out in business, you know? Yeah, you know, it's just like I said, it's just a player thing, you know what I'm saying? When you're a player, man, you don't give a fuck. Like, what's happening? Are you dope? Okay, yeah. Let's make some money, let's make some music, let's do something, you know what I mean? So
I like to think of it as like confidence a little bit too, because like when you're confident in who you are and what you can do, then nobody's a competition to you then. Like, it's not like, oh, well, I can't give you this information because then you're going to do it better than me. It's like, okay, go ahead and do you. And then whatever you do is going to shine, and I'm going to be right there too. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that a lot of people see each other as competition or something. And that's like hater, like kind of energy, because life is
it kind of is, but it's also kind of like insecure energy, because it's like you're threatened by somebody when you should be more worried about what you're capable of. You know what I mean? Like, you're worried about what these people are capable of, but you should be worried about what you're capable of. And I don't mean worried in a bad way, but that your mind should be on what you're capable of and what you're doing. See, when it comes to that type of stuff, I said it countless times. It's like, we don't do that because what they got going on. I'm me. I'm a 101. There's no one like me. There's might be my son, similar to me in some senses, family members, things like that. But that's all our secret power, is that there's no really one person like us on this earth. We might have soulmates. We might find someone close, but you are you at the end of the day, and no one else is you but you. So, because I do something and I let somebody else do the same thing, or I show them how to do the same thing, I'm not in any way losing by doing that. You know, I don't look at it like I'm losing. If anything, I'm gaining. I always tell people all the time we do business, I don't want to own nobody. I'll do a partnership with you. You know, so at the end of the day, we all could walk away and feel like, you know, we did what we felt. We were able to be heard. But most importantly, because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't function like that. I don't see how people, you know, could do that shit. It's like, yo, what you do is not going to affect me, you know, unless you're like outright trying to, you know, do something negative to me. But then I'll know already, and it don't matter, because nothing that I know is original. It's just not nothing that you can't find out. All somebody does when they tell you something is give you a shortcut, and it's not a bad shortcut because they're relaying information to you. You know, it's up to you to apply, but most importantly, go find out and do research on whatever it is people tell you. Same thing with the internet, but motherfuckers don't listen. You feel me? They just run off with it, and that's law, and they, you know what I mean? So it's different, you know. Because of that, there will always be less people making it through, and it's really just an unhealthy kind of. That's why I say it's ain't nothing worse to be a hater. Don't be a hater. You could be anything in the world, and you chose to be a hater. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, we're gonna keep it moving. And it's crazy we're kind of talking about this topic because it's kind of rolls into what we're saying about with AI. You know, we've been talking about all these new technologies that seem to, I'm sure that they've been around for a little bit, but seem to be sprouting up everywhere, where now, like, you know, civilian use, we have access to it. And like the AIs, you know, the chat bots. I just recently look, and I'm gonna keep it fast. I just recently said, I think it was I seen an article said a man in Britain, you know, committed suicide after talking with a chat bot for like 30 days, and it convinced him how his death how his life is affecting how his life is affecting global warming and shit, or some shit like that. I was just like, yo, these people is crazy, man. Well, fuck. But see, I don't know. You know, I when it comes to stuff like this, is that we're talking about it new every day, and it's always something new. And now I guess they're talking about, I've seen it in a couple articles, they're talking about now that there's an AI that's going to be almost, or might just be currently available real soon, that will be able to copy the consciousness of a family member or a loved one or somebody that passed away, or, you know. So what I'm not sure if I was kind of confused because they didn't give too much info on that, or was my short attention span. I can't quite remember. But what do you think about that? What do you think about, first of all, just the idea that you would be able to, I'm assuming that because they're saying you have to get a lot of audio and video from the person right now while they're still alive, and then you'll be able to feed that to the AI, and the AI will be able to construct that person. I don't think that, first of all, what do you think about that concept?
I think it's kind of creepy. Like, because I have loved ones that I really miss a lot, and that I often wish that I still am able to talk to or whatever, right? But how fucking creepy would that be if I could hear my brother be like, "Miss you, Surdy," or something like that? Like, I don't know if I'm ready for that message. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I mean, the idea of it's a nice idea. I think, like, the thought of it, to be able to be like, oh, I could always speak to my loved one, you know, forever, or whatever the case might be. But it's just like, to me, it's soulless. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's not saying that, you know what I mean? It would be their voice, but I would know in my heart, like, that's not really them. Like, you know what I mean? And I would know that that's.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Hella rude. I feel like some people though would eat that
You're
up.
fucking rude.
Hella rude. It's okay.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would fucking, pay who knows how much for anything to be able to, and this is layers, because I feel like with this technology coming, it's going to be something that is obviously, some people are going to be for it and some people are not. Some people are going to find it like us, maybe a little creepy. And I don't even find it creepy. I just know that it ain't the real thing. So I wouldn't want to even play with myself like that. Like, on top of that, we don't know how this AI is going to program their fucking personality. What if they get it wrong? Or what if, they make my loved one an asshole, and I'm like, yo, this is not how this person act. Like, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you would be able to clone somebody's whole consciousness just based off some conversations and videos. What they're saying. Now, if you're talking about in depth where they're interviewing a motherfucker and then you got Britton here asking them mad questions about their whole psyche, then that's a whole different story. But it's like, I don't, it may not make sense to me. I don't mean it's not possible, but I just know that it wouldn't be the real thing.
It kind of reminds me of when you're texting and then it will like suggest the next word for you. Do you see that on your phone sometime? Mm-hmm. So that's what it kind of reminds me of a little bit, is if my phone can kind of suggest what I'm going to text next, like then maybe after like a certain amount of time, it would be able to suggest what they would say. I don't know. I could totally see it. I could totally see how it could be like.
I know, but I'm saying they could suggest that, but of what they say. But I mean, with that limit, we're talking about a consciousness. You know how complex we are as freaking humans, and our feelings and our things. Like that's what I said. If it's gonna just be like a parody thing where you could only say a couple phrases and things like that. I mean, whatever. But it's like, I don't want to do it, and they try to make it, like I said, and it's not accurate to the person that was alive. Like, yo, my fucking family wouldn't act this way. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's just now you're just like kind of soiling their memory in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to attempt to recreate that. So I wouldn't like it based on that, because off of whatever conversations, I'm sure they could guess, but it's like, what I mean, what I don't see the purpose.
This is kind of like maybe a little bit left field, but it definitely reminds me of it, right? Like, so if they can make an AI voice clone of people or something and have it be like comforting, and like you and I don't think that it's that appealing. But then it reminds me of those like sex robots or whatever that they have. Mm-hmm. Some people really fucking enjoy those things, and that like totally brings them comfort and love, and that's totally enough for them. Like, I can imagine if that bitch would start talking back or something, like how much more they would love that.
No, I know that this technology is not just only applied. I'm sure it's going to be applied. There's going to be, now you like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. We're at the forefront of like what's going to be a whole new boom, because all kinds of money, a new industry is being born basically with this new technology. It has a lot of potential for a lot of different things, like that for instance, like a real true to life sex doll with fucking whatever the fuck, real voice and the whole shit and the consciousness, right? But also think of it like this, also with this the record your loved ones, and we could go on and on, like all these little different ways that AIs that are now cloning songs, and pretty soon, like so there's a lot of ways you could go with this shit. And at the end of the day, like I said, it's gonna be, some people are gonna hate it, some people are gonna love it. Some people are gonna and that goes for the because I could see, like, for instance, it'd be cool to have like a real like a automated type thing that help you with stuff around the house. Or like an automated assistant, like, remind me of this, like, without me having to fucking manually punch it in, just tell them, hey, remind me of this, whatever the case. But I don't want no AI that's walking around looking like us and trying to, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm cool. There's no fucking point. At that point, we're fucking up. It's already a wrap. We talked about what they were saying earlier. That, you know what I mean? They're like, they want us to stop a halt to AI, and now they clone your voice. And that's another thing. Look, it opens up a whole nother thing too that there's no precedent for. At what point do we stop believing in audio clips of people because you're able to clone anyone's voice now, and with scary accuracy. So at what point do we stop? Does audio evidence stop being admissible in court, just in a criminal sense or a litigation sense, where people are suing for whatever the fuck reasons? You know what I'm saying? Like, just think of that right there alone. That with this new shit that's coming, there's a lot of shit that's gonna shift and change, and a lot of industries are gonna be born, and you never know. So this might end some industries. This has the possibility and the potential to end the music business, because if labels just say, you know, we're not even gonna fuck with artists no more. We're gonna have AI generated music that our AI will buy an AI program or whatever. Our in-house AI has generated music, and it's gonna copy all the shit that's going on, because at any time that a new underground artist or unsigned artist tries to come out with a new style or a new sound, AI will rip it off. And I'm sure there'll be some kind of suing. But I mean, if we're just talking about sound and not directly stealing lyrics or anything like that, I mean, like a genre, you feel me? Like trap sound, you feel me? Or gangster rap, whatever you want to call it. Like, you know what I mean? So that and there, this has the possibility to even end the music business, as far as like on a big scale like that, which we'll consider pop and shit like that. It might just, you know, change the game forever.
Well, hopefully they figure something out before it gets that serious, because
it's already that serious. Remember, I told you they had well, we talked about it too. I think, I don't know if you was doing the show back then. This is a while ago. They had an AI artist that they signed to a label. Some dudes created an AI artist. They cloned some dude's voice that they never paid. He never got his payment for that too. And they got a record deal with, I forgot what big enormous label, and they dropped a video and a song, and people were fucking pissed. So pissed to the point where they pulled their contract.
Wow, no, I don't know how I missed that one.
Yeah, it happened. I'm gonna say damn near a year ago. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's called he was called Lil Mecca, and he was an AI rapper, and he was making AI music. It was all completely made from AI. Crazy, right?
That's wild. It's fucking happening.
Yeah. No, I know. Hey, it's funny because now every day there's some new shit like this pops up. It's like, bro, we're really in the future now. Remember how we were talking shit? Not even maybe like a year ago, we're talking about like, man, I thought the future was going to be this and fucking lasers and shit. I'm not going to be surprised. Like sooner or later, they're going to be like, oh, here come the flying car. You know what I mean? Hella easy. Like, what's happening?
They better bring the flying car soon. I swear.
You know what? I don't even want a flying car. Let's do teleportation devices. Fuck flying cars.
That'd be kind of cool.
I want to be like, yo, okay, we're going on vacation starting now. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Dude, we're in fucking Hawaii or some shit. Fuck the jet lag and all that other shit. Let's figure that out. How about we just skip the stupid ass flying cars? And since we coming up with all kinds of shit anyway, so teleportation would be dope, you know?
Just putting it out there. Let's do that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not to be used without the express consent, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying in films. All right, so yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. It's the future now. The future's now. Yeah. And you know what? And it's fucking wild because like our generation is that generation that's between generations. So we were growing up still under the like not really that much technology era, you know, there wasn't really cell phones like that when we were kids. And then when they were actually starting to become available, and we were kind of like in our teenage modes and stuff like that, they weren't as sophisticated. As we got a little older, it started changing, the iPhones and then the touch screens. And then next thing you know, we're fucking here and we got all kinds of crazy shit going on. And yeah, the future is now.
I just want my Nokia back.
And you know what? I did see an article though that said that a lot of people from this newer generation are getting tired of their phones and being plugged into their phones, and what they're doing is they're starting to bring back the Nokias. Ooh. Or they're switching to lower tech phones where they don't have that shit. It is just for communication purposes only. Give a fuck about what's going on. And now that's the revolution everybody got to get behind, because really, we have to really, as people, we just have to have more discipline. But, you know, it's easy to get our attention, and especially when entertainment is on the same thing that's, you know, it's everywhere. You know, it's a big ass TV channel Facebook and Instagram and all that shit. But we gotta be more disciplined as people and find other shit to do. You know, I hate to say it, and I use these platforms to promote and market my music and my podcast, clothing line, you name it. But I think that's all it's really for. I don't think, you know what I mean? If everybody could find a way to only keep it to a couple hours a day, like you would see a vast improvement of just overall society, I think, and people's mental health.
Yes. And overall health too, because I bet it would like push people to do things more and move.
Yeah,
more.
Let's go outside. Like, you know, no doubt that this generation is probably a little bit more shielded and protected because of, you know, the generation before them, how wild they were, and a couple generations before that too. But it's like also, you know, the technology is it's not the cause, it's an enabler though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because, you know, a lot of, I just seen another fucking thing in South Korea, another article too I seen online. And South Korea said that they're willing to pay people $500 to go out and do shit and mingle because the birth rate is so low out there. So they're willing to pay like introvert, you know, and more, you know, homebody types to go out and have party and fun because the birth rate's low. And I've heard that the same thing, the birth rate out here is low and you know, the United States and California and shit. And I don't see how everybody fucking knows having a fucking baby, but it seems like, right? Or am I tripping?
No, you're right. Everybody's been having a baby for like the past 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, it's like we've been on a run, so I don't know where they getting these numbers at. Yeah. So, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. This technology is getting out of control, but we're going to keep it moving. We're not going to beat y'all up. We're not trying to scare y'all because at the end of the day, y'all should already be afraid. If you're looking for us to scare you, you got us fucked up because you should already be afraid right now. God damn it.
Scary guy voice on your
You're looking for us. You should be afraid, very afraid, you know. Nah, but don't be afraid. Be proactive. You know what I mean? What you gonna do about it? You know, enjoy your life now. If you really one of them people that feel like the sky's coming, the sky's falling and everything's coming to an end, instead of fucking, you know, bitching about it, I guess, you know, why don't you go enjoy your life? Go have some fun. You know what I mean? Go live a little bit before you die.
Swim in a waterfall one time.
Yeah, go do something. You know what I mean? Go live your life, baby. Be somebody. Be anybody you want. Just don't be a hater. Full circle moment, you feel me? All right, so you know, y'all already know this is gonna be a midweek episode because I've been slacking on my Mac end, and you know, I don't give a fuck.
You're moving and grooving in other departments.
Yeah, like, you gotta understand if I'm not here, yeah, you gotta understand if we're not here, we're definitely somewhere else, and we're doing stuff. We're not just laying around. It ain't we ain't got time like that.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly. Like everywhere we go, there's something to do for us. So with that being said, 420 is coming. I think it's the day after tomorrow. This will probably drop tomorrow. So it'll be tomorrow. It's 420. And in honor of 420, we're going to talk about what is our best or worst stoner story, you know, like, and don't give me no fucking, oh, I fucking smoked the biggest blunt ever and that was it, man. Don't give me that shit. I want to
hear your story. I don't
know. I don't know if I have one really that's worth telling that I haven't already told on the pod. Cause I had a gang. I mean, fuck, let me see. All right.
45. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I already said one. When I went to work on my first day, I think, my job, I was fucking, well, I'll recap it for you. Since this is the best thing. Is this actually a good, because this was on 420 actually on the day. Perfect. So, and it don't gotta be best or worst, you know, 420 on that day. It could be just stoner story, period. But, yeah, my friend was going to the club. This is before we had, it wasn't legal yet, you know, it was still medicinal only, right? So he went to the club like you do, went and grabbed me a party pack because it's 419. And he was out doing this shit all day. He swing by the house around 11 o'clock. And he's like, what up, bro? Here you go. I give him some money, you know what I'm saying, for grabbing that for me. Appreciate it. And he's like, here, you want this brownie square? He's like, I got a couple of these. And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, just throw it in the bag. He was like, nah. You got to eat it right now, though. I'm like, how many? I'm like, bro, is it strong or what? He's like, nah, it ain't shit, bro. I eat like 2 of these. I'm straight. I look at it again. It was a little square. Probably, it was nothing. You feel me? Probably the size of my thumb. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, eat it. It's nothing. Go up in the house. You know, I'm about to call it a night. I got to get up nice and early for work. You feel me? I just started this job and I was really happy about it because I was like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? They finally hired a felon. So I go to sleep around 3:30 in the morning. I wake up for some reason. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? The first thing I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I woke up like, I just don't feel right. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I couldn't figure it out. Not to the point where I'm just laying there like, what the fuck is wrong? And you know how when you just wake up out of nowhere, you're kind of like a little foggy as it is. Yeah. And then I got up, I went to the restroom, splashed some water on my face. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I'm fucking lit. I was like, that shit was, you know, when you eat too much edible, right? You know that feeling, right? So I ate way too much. That shit was I think it was like almost triple what I normally take as far as dose. So anyways, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to work. I only been at this motherfucker for like maybe a week or two. So eyes bloodshot. First thing I notice, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, bloodshot, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen things, bro. Like, it's bloodshot like that, you know? So, you know, I get myself together. But I'm like, this is that fucking, I'm way too high type shit. You know, like, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be this high. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta get to work. Jump in the car. The whole way there, I'm driving like 50 miles per hour. It's like rush hour traffic because it's the morning time. I'm not going fast. Y'all gotta go around me. Straight up. If I could have took the side streets all the way to work, I was going to do that because I was fucking high as fuck. I was just like, yo. And I was like, you know, because, you know, you start a new job. You're like, I can't call in, you know, my week.
Hell no.
A week, 2 weeks in, they're going to look at you like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, I got to thug it out. You feel me? Where I'm from, hey, no matter how high you get, you still got to take your ass to work. So made it to work. I'm like, I'm having a moment where I think you know, those moments where you think everybody's staring at you. And to me, it reminded me like of when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And, you know, when you were a kid and you were high and you were trying to hide it and not look high, but you felt high and you felt like everybody was staring at you because you were high and shit. That's how I felt like. And it was just because I was high as fuck. And it was because I was high this time though. And I was high as shit. I was motherfucking higher than giraffe pussy. You know what I mean? So I'm at work and I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to. I was like, bro, and I'm thinking all the bullshit's running through your head because you're so high, you're fucking like getting paranoid and you're starting to sweat profusely. Because like I said, I can handle weed, I can handle my edibles, but everybody knows what eating too much edible does to you. This was that. Oh, you don't?
Oh, I never fucked around with them like that.
Oh, see, you know, I pray you never do. That's all I can say. But yeah, it was wild. So I'm at work and I'm like, the job I'm doing is like a repetitive process. I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And normally, you know, I got, you know, you got to have safety gear, put the goggles on to protect your eyes and some more shit. And I'm like, yo, this is the only thing shielding me from everybody knowing that I'm high. Like, you know what I mean? Because I got the protective goggles on. So I feel a little better now. So I'm doing my job. I'm thinking I'm killing it. Next thing you know, it's fucking lunchtime. And I'm like terrible, like almost to the point where I'm thinking I'm moving fast and I look. And at lunchtime, I usually would have so much processed by that time. Mm-hmm. And then lunchtime came around. I barely had like maybe a quarter or half of what I normally do. You know, so I was like, I thought I was killing it. I was high as fuck. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I made it. You know, we're here, we're working, you know. I hope they don't notice.
Thugging it out with your protective gear on.
You got to with my PPE on, you feel me? In there, OSHA certified. You know what I mean? Always ladders over 6 feet, baby. Don't come around here. You know what I mean?
There's like all these rules and stuff for sure.
Oh, I know you know, because you had to do all that. You was out when you was at the Job Corps and shit, huh?
They had like dumpsters everywhere, and
yeah, that's right. Get your PP on, had your steel toe boots on and your hard hat, huh?
Yes,
that's right. So, so that's my 420 story. Basically, I was high. That shit lasted till like lunchtime, a little past lunchtime. Oh yeah, we're not done though. So then you would think like I'm sitting there and I'm reflecting on the day. I'm like, fuck, bro. I was like, I can't be doing this type of shit, man. I can't be getting too high. I can't be coming to work like this. It's like, if I'm trying to keep this job, I need to get my shit together. And most importantly, fuck my homeboy, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? For doing this shit. You know what I mean? For doing this to me, I'm gonna talk my shit to him too. I'm like, fucking motherfucker. But and then right after that though, went home, got cleaned up. Drove out to the city with the fellas. We hit that 420, you know what I'm saying? That hippie hill one time. And we start burning shit down. That's all I could say about that. So I didn't really regret too much for my story. You know, I usually, if you're looking for like a moral of the story or a lesson to be learned in this, this was not the story, because I'll do it again if I have to. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to me. Fucking that shit was not cool though. I don't recommend it, but I would do it again.
I would do it again. I kind of like am curious about some brownies like that. And now I'm like, I kind of want to be fucked like that. Like that's like a whole.
They don't let you make them like that no more. Well, them nerds ropes are pretty strong, but they don't let them make, because like when they passed the new law to make it legit, they're trying to avoid people from having those kind of episodes where they're coming out their body and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I think the strongest milligrams they could be is like 20 milligrams.
I don't even know what that equates to.
Huh?
I don't even know what that equates to. Like,
I don't know what it equates to, but it's a good way to measure how much you can and can't take. So for instance, if I got, if it says, one says 30 milligrams, one says 20, one says 10, obviously 10 is the lower milligram dose. I'll take 10 first. And if I don't feel nothing, the next time I'm going to take 20. If I don't feel nothing, next time I'm going to take 30. And if 30 does what I fucking like it to do, then I'm going to stay at 30. You feel me? Because right now I'm a lightweight. I used to eat edibles like every other fucking day. Back before, when it was medicinal, they used to have these big cookies called Carovas. And they were like double dipped. So it's like one would be like, one side would be mint chip and the other one, you know, would just be the cookie, like dipped in frosting or whatever. But those motherfuckers used to be like 70, 80. They had the 1,000 milligram one where it was, I think it was called the 5150 bar and shit. And you're supposed to break it up with friends. Yeah. If you ain't never see, that's the thing. I don't know if you're ready for all that. Maybe you might want to get a babysitter and
I know, I definitely. I'm hella sad this year.
You and your husband, y'all could go ahead and try to eat like 100 milligrams each and shit, and find out how y'all feel and shit. You know what
happens.
Yeah.
I'm hella down for that party, but I definitely need a sitter.
Fucking old school stoner party. We're gonna pull the bong out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Put some ice cubes in.
That's what y'all should do. I should do that for 420.
I'm definitely gonna have to create Hippie Hill in my backyard, because I'm not gonna be able to make it out, which is fine. You know, everybody has their time, and this year is not mine, but it's gonna be in the backyard, and I'm gonna get my own blankets, and I have a few friends already coming over and stuff, and I think I'm gonna have some butter that I made inside of my refrigerator, but I don't know what what
you're making yet.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I'm probably going to make Rice Krispie treats. I feel like
that's fire. Those are always fire.
The Fruity Pebble ones are super duper good with wheat butter. Super, just like you don't get like taste it. So I hope I get fucked up.
No. Well, I mean, nowadays, 420, I'm not going to say it's overrated but it is, because when you smoke every motherfucking day of the year, not just on one day, this shit ain't nothing to you. You know what I mean? It's like, why am I in the professionals gonna go and to the college ranks and try to play for it? It's just I'm a pro at this. I do this shit every day. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel it. I'm just Hippie Hill is gonna be a lot of fun this year.
It is a vibe though. Don't get me wrong, Hippie Hill's a vibe.
I've never ever been.
Never been. You scumbag. All right, this is the end of the podcast. We're just gonna go ahead and push her off the screen. Right? Yeah. You serious?
I'm serious.
You never been?
No.
You need to fix your life. That's the best thing I could tell you. You need to fix your life and go get you some hippie hill in your life. Go, you know what I mean?
Maybe I'll have to go on 421 because I could probably get a babysitter then.
You'll definitely be by yourself over there at that time.
That's fine. I kind of prefer to be by myself anyways. Fuck everybody.
So now, talking about hating and shit, you know what I'm saying? But you mad now because you can't go, huh? All of a sudden, it's fuck hippie hill now, huh?
I'm really busy. I'm done. I'm just kidding.
It's insane. It's insane.
I'm gonna try to live stream it or something. I heard Erykah Badu is supposed to be there, and that's my bitch. So I'm just like, she's doing some countdown.
She's doing some stuff. No, I'm saying she's doing some cannabis lines with Burner too. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with getting her out here. Not to say that she wouldn't come on her own, but you know what I mean? She's probably she's more out here. I've noticed that she's been out here a lot, which is dope because I fuck with Erykah Badu too. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what the fuck is your 420 story? You ain't saying nothing yet. You was ducking and dodging and shit all in the mind and shit. Hold on.
Didn't you just hear I don't get out much?
No matter. You didn't just recently start smoking neither.
No, that's true. Your story reminded me kind of a story when I was in high school because, we've been doing this for a minute now. So
veteran smokers.
So back in the day, it was 420. It was on 420. And we were smoking all morning and stuff. And it was great. Not really. We would just go to school to meet up with people to smoke with. It wasn't like we were going. However, I did have a driver's ed class that I had recently got into. But I was only, I think 14, maybe about 15. Or maybe I had just turned 15 since it's my birthday. Anywho, I was too young to be in this motherfucking class, okay? So I felt like people were already giving me this stink eye. And when I came in loaded as fuck after
look at this little motherfucker in here, and this motherfucker's high and shit too.
Yeah, I'm like, what? They're talking about me. They're all these bitches, the teacher, they know I shouldn't be in here. I'm hella loaded. I don't even want to be in here.
What were you in there for? Was it just you had put you in there or what?
Yeah, it was some kind of luck of the draw thing. I was in between.
You get to be the first fucking junior high kid to be fucking driver's ed.
I really had no business there. That's for fuck sure. But I was there in that class, and I ended up just getting up in the middle of the class and walking out because I was so fucking tripping out. I'm oh,
they're all talking about me.
Yeah, I was I can't stand it anymore. So then I ended up having to find my friends and go and smoke and enjoy the rest of the day or whatever. But I don't know. I haven't gotten to so fucked up so much. I keep it pretty cool. I don't know. I was trying to think really hard of funny stories, but besides my brother throwing up a bowl of cereal, there's not much to it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? It's just one of those things where you got to be there. You feel me?
Yeah.
It makes more sense when you're there because I know I got hella fucking shit. Hella shit didn't happen when we were high and smoking, but right now the stoner in me just cannot recall not one other fucking thing. So if I butchered that last story, because I know I've said it probably on the podcast before, I know that I have had instances where people have had really bad weed experiences around me.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, there was a point in time where, yeah, people around me could not handle their fucking weed. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? A while ago, this was with an ex. She, we were going to Santa Rosa for a big ass party. You feel me? Not in a performance and all that. It was like a festival. So when we went out there, I was drinking on some tree lean, some shit, that is THC fucking lean and shit. We sip, and I'm sipping it because I'm not really tripping. I'm gonna drink it when I get out there. So I'll just have a little taste here and there just because it tasted good. But I wasn't really, you know what I mean? But somebody took it upon themselves to start taking sips it was like, oh, this is good. This is not, doesn't taste bad at all. This tastes, I'm like, yeah, be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't aware of how many sips we're taking, I guess, but it was enough. So we get out to the function and we jump into a like a party truck or a party van, you know what I mean? The big ones with the little, you know what I mean, with all the little stuff in it. And shout out to actually Tone Loc and Bully Wiz, who was with, you know, he's the one that put it all together. We were doing the Slapmaster Festival. I don't know why I'm not naming people. Probably because I'm not trying to name my ex. Get no play in this ride. You feel me? But yeah. So shout out to the fellas. You know what I mean? We jump in Tone Loc's party van. We head over to the venue and we burning in there. Everybody burning. Everybody got a joint. Everybody rolling a joint while smoking a joint. We putting it in rotation. Everything is everything. So I guess I wasn't paying attention to nothing of what was going on. I mean, it seemed like everything was okay. We pull up to the venue. Now, be it in mind, we're all gonna perform. I have the USB to the what's it called, with all our music in it. All the songs are group songs. We have our what do you call? We have our show set mixed already, and so you know we're pretty much locked in. We jump out. We go say what's up to the DJ. We go say what's up to the everybody there. And some people we knew and stuff like that. I turn around and come back to the van, and I see my ex walking off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I get over there, and she's panicking, talking about call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you serious? I can't breathe. I'm dying. I'm like, yo, look, you're just high as fuck. I'm like, check it out. Just relax. Take deep breaths. You're going to be fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Let's get you something to drink, maybe some water. You'll feel better, or something to eat. You know, might dead it down a little bit. Nah, full-blown panic mode. It can't tell her nothing. Now, be in mind, we pulled up in the party van with the driver and the whole shit. So, you know, driver's off doing what he do. So I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? And I'm like, she wants me to take her to the hospital. I got the show mix. I'm leaving. We're going to miss our set. We're going to miss everything. Get a ride over there. Like I said, I knew people there already. They give us a ride to the hospital. The whole time I'm telling them, it's like, look.
No, you fucking went to the hospital?
This bitch was full blown panic mode, bro.
Oh my God. You're
like put this way. If you want to know why though? It was this or the other. It was either take her to the hospital or she's going to call the ambulance and she's going to fall out right here. And the ambulance is going to come get her and she's going to be real mad. Cause that's all on her. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all know where to charge that at. Cause, you know what I mean? I ain't call him. You feel me? So it took her the whole time. I'm like, yo, he's just gonna tell you to relax. You're high. Nothing wrong with you. She thought she was having a heart attack. Heart was beating way too fast for her. You feel me? So get there after waiting for hella long. She's making a big ass scene in the fucking waiting room, bro. It's like, okay. She's like, nah, call him now. I'm not gonna make it. I'm like, bro, you've been not making it for like damn near 30 minutes to get here. You gonna be fine. Like once I'm telling her like, I'm like, you've been not making it for that. You were supposed to run out of air like when we pulled off. What happened? You still here? You know what I'm saying?
Like 30 minutes ago.
Good. What the fuck? You know, like, hey. And I'm telling her, I'm like, look, that she goes, nah, I need her to check my heart. They got to check my heart. We need an EKG. I was like, look, I promise you, this is what's going to happen. Doctor's going to tell you that you're high. But you need to just relax and take deep breaths and just wait it out. Watch. Waited. She's complaining and the whole shit. The doctor finally comes, takes her blood pressure, checks her heart, you know, with the stethoscope and shit like that, looks her dead in her face and says, what happened? And she goes, I was drinking this, what's it called? Some medication because this, that, and the other. She said she had what do you call that? Anxiety, which she did. So she had her cannabis card and stuff like that. So, the doctor looked at her and said, ma'am, you're high. You just need to take deep breaths and relax. You're going to be fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Your heart is fine. Yeah. Blood pressure's fine. Your blood pressure's fine. Nothing's wrong with you. I turn around and I'm like this. You know, like that Kermit meme. You know, when Kermit's like this, I'm like this. And on God, on everything. Once he said his final sentence of that phrase, that whole little situation, she snapped out of it. So now look,
crazy.
But you know what it is? I'm not going to say that she was not, because she was, but you know, she was really feeling it. But what I'm saying is, like, some people are like that. I know people that you can't tell them nothing. Only certain people could tell them something. And if they say it, they'll believe it. I don't give a fuck what you say or whatever. Like, so she was like, you know, I'm feeling like I'm going to die. Only a doctor could tell me if I'm okay or not. I know some, because that's what that does. Like, it'll give you anxiety and your mind will start running away if you don't know how to understand that, hey, I'm high. Like, don't forget, I ate something. You know, this is why we're here. But
with a lot of things, I feel like you just need to take a deep breath and realize, like, it's cool, you're good, you're safe. Yeah,
well, you know, all of us aren't so open to
I feel like we need that
type of information and education. You know, some people definitely had issues with that, and others.
But you're telling us now, so now we know, right? Like, and there was a couple words you said back that I was like, oh, you need to make a clip of that, and then just put that out there for everybody, so that way they could just like fucking calm down a little bit, right? You're like, just calm down, take a deep breath, and breathe, or something.
I'm gonna start making fucking bullshit posts like that, like the dude that be like, yeah, a woman will stop being a man, having a male energy when a man decides to stop being a boy and be a man. You know those dudes that be pandering to lonely women and shit. Like that's kind of the vibes. That's kind of the vibes that you show. You know what I'm talking about? Where I'm gonna call it what it is. Unless some motherfuckers are real fucking what do you call it? Psychologist or a psychologist or a therapist. He over here talking about who a man, who a boy, bro. I be laughing so hard because these women in here be living and dying by this shit. It's like, bro, you got some dude ain't even qualified to tell you.
Like, how'd you call it? The pondering to these lonely women.
Pandering. I mean, it is what it is, baby. You know, some people. No, it's because you know what? It's because people. You know what? Just stay in your lane. That's all I can tell you, man. When you see me out there swimming in the water, don't throw no bait at me unless you want me to come through. You feel me? So I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, it was an internet discussion going on. Let's just say I made a comment, and I made a stupid comment. You know, like it wasn't even. It wasn't even a deep comment. I was just like, the dude simping for a living. You feel me? Like, you know, just whatever. I'm saying it in a joking manner. You dig what I'm saying? You should have seen how many shots they were taking at me. All these lonely women in the comment, and these extremely shattered women, and they're very broken and very, very much ready for any kind of Instagram smoke. And they were definitely letting me have it. I know I'm probably going to get cooked right now. People are going to really hate this clip because I'm definitely going to put this one out just because I'm petty as fuck. But like, I didn't take no shots. My comment was just like a joke. Like, hi, this dude's simping for a living. You feel me? Do your shit, whatever. and I was getting like, dude, they were like full blown unleashing the clip on me. But what they didn't realize is that not only does that shit not hurt me, but it gives me power. And it makes me want to, and it makes me thirst for more conflict. So, you know, I had a great time.
Right now, he's ready for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, while most people take this Instagram and this shit to share, I thoroughly enjoy it. It's really funny and it's entertainment, and I understand that that's what it is and that's all it should be, because you know this shit ain't real.
Sometimes
and business, of course.
Of course. I feel like I'm there sometimes in certain videos just for the comments. Like,
yeah, me too. Me too. That shit is better than the newspaper. Back in the day, motherfuckers be like, I'll read the newspaper, drink a cup of coffee. Fuck that. Now I'm on the toilet reading the comments about some shit that I know is gonna go off. You know, you hear that, you know, people and people love it. People post those posts and they know they're gonna get a reaction, and it's like, yo, I'm not going to react to it, but I want to go into the comments and hear how people react to it. and see how they're fucking shooting each. It's like fucking war in there, man. It's like, duck for cover. As soon as you jump in them comments, you're getting shot no matter what you say. You could say, hey, I hope everyone has a blessed day. And somebody's going to comment, you fucking ass bot, you chat bot. What are you trying to do? Go sell your shit somewhere else, or they're going to fucking attack you for something. So it's like, no matter what, you're like the guy in holding up the peace sign in the middle of the riot while the chaos is going around. Like, you could either get upset or you can't. And then I don't. That's why I go in there and I watch that shit. That shit's better than fucking wrestling. You know what I mean?
That's not a little funny. I agree.
Yeah, totally. And this is the type of shit that I try to avoid, because I'll go on rants and you don't really want to hear. You don't want to really hear how I feel about shit. You feel me?
No, I do. I may be the only person. I don't know.
Too much fuckery. To like I said, don't let me get in character. You feel me? Because I might just really say how I really feel. Yeah. Right now, I'm not saying I'm pulling my punches. Let's just say that I can't give y'all everything. You gotta watch my new episode. My new show coming out. You know what I mean? I'm about to write a sitcom where I'm the fucking lead and I'm just the most inappropriate person at any time, depending on what it is we're talking about. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just the real. It'll be like what do you call it? It'll be like a bio series, I guess you could call it, or what's it called?
That's exactly what I was.
A docu-series.
A docu-series.
No, it's a bio series because it's. No, I don't know how that works.
Doing it, maybe is it a bio series if it's yourself doing it, or is it a docu series if it's somebody else doing it about you?
It's a docu series if somebody else is doing it. A bio series, I think it is if it's me doing it.
I don't know though, honestly.
I don't know. All I know is that it would be.
You're gonna fucking know. You're gonna fucking find out.
You're gonna fuck around and find out. Your ratio of fucking around is starting to cross the find out point. So
perfect.
Yeah. With that being said, I think we done did our fucking job. We blessed the world once again with the power of healing through these words of no inviteness. If you didn't feel it, slap yourself. This is how we exercise those demons. Slap yourself if you're a hater. You feel me? And Hot Momma, how can they find you? Where can they find you? And what is it that you do that makes you worthy of being found?
Yes. So look at my tie-dye on Instagram. Always. It's totally period tie-dyed period designs. And then, I'm with this shit on my own podcast, The Love Fix, with 3 X's. And that's also on Instagram. It's super gay. So you guys just be prepared. Like, there's some really gay shit happening.
That's why your boy's over here. You know what I'm saying?
Episode 12. I mean, if you guys are ready, like, it's going to be interesting. But if you're not ready, just steer clear, like, heads up right now. But
Jesus fucking Christ.
Instagram is pretty fun and sexy. So go follow it. It's The Love Fix period XX, because Instagram's a hater and I can't do 3 X's in it.
Can't do nothing triple X on Instagram. I found that out. I found that out. No one has triple X on none of it.
Yeah, I was the one who found that out, and I'm like, oh, okay. So this is why I can't fucking, because I tried for like 3 days or so. And
I remember you telling me, and then after you got it situated, I ended up Googling it for some reason to see why I wasn't able to, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's terrible. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry for your luck. Sorry for your luck.
Okay, I deal with Virgos or a Virgo all fucking day, so I'm used to people fact checking me. It's cool. It's good. It's good.
That's all right. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad I could be of service. You feel what I'm saying? So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just go follow my tie-dye and my podcast, please, and thank you.
All right, y'all know what it is. This is the Knowing Vibe podcast. This episode is sponsored by Electric Life. Make sure that you guys go to Instagram and hit up Electric Life 2022. You could also go to electriclife.com if you want to check out their merchandise on either or just get some more general information on what they do. Thank them right now. Everybody, let's give them a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? Good sponsorship for the show. It's always good to have sponsorships so that way other people know that actually somebody cares about us, and they care that if we ate today, and they care that we do something with our lives, so, it's always welcome. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to the sponsors. Once again, we got a couple more sponsors lined up. So, hopefully you get to know some more brands. You feel me? I've had sponsors in the past and before and stuff like that. So it ain't nothing new. You dig what I'm saying? Get used to it. Don't be like, these motherfuckers all of a sudden they're selling shit at the beginning of their show. Nah, homeboy. Check this out. This is how this shit works. We get this shit to y'all for free. But that don't mean we doing it for free. Do that make sense? Google that. Ask AI chatbot that shit. Betty will tell you. He gonna tell you to jump off a bridge or something. Anyways, you could go to Instagram and follow us at no_invite_podcast. You could also go to our YouTube channel at RiBirth Media Filmz. That's RiBirth Media Filmz. Go on and subscribe, lurk. I don't care what you do. Slander us in the comments. Just run that traffic up because, your hate is welcome. We love that shit. Remember, it sustains me. You seen what happened when they started shooting me. There was nothing they could do because how can you kill what's already dead inside? But anyways,
I cut it off.
it clicks back on and I'm crying and shit. Anyways, it's No Invite Podcast, episode 128. I hope y'all are well and we out.